Greetings and welcome back to The Pride. My name is Muphasa Elmatador. They call me the Curious Cat. My job is pretty simple. I help grow your conviction. Conviction to buy, conviction to sell, and conviction to hold. And today we're looking at Sblk. Awesome. So Sblk was put on my radar by my giant of a little brother. He explained to me that coronavirus was going to lead to a clog in the supply chain. And that got me thinking about all the companies that could benefit from this. And I stumbled on Sblk. Sblk is Sblk. It's a company that is out of Greece. But there's so many amazing things about this. I go into Sblk for the first time, I think about $16. I picked up 100 shares and I started getting dividends of $1.25 per share. So after every quarter, they paid me $125, and the stock price continued to appreciate as the demand for their vessels kept going up. Sblk has 128 high quality vessels with a 10-year average age. This company is poised for growth going forward, and we are positioning ourselves to continue to rock with them. The dividend is going to be calculated, and I will show you how at the end of this presentation. However, it's important to remember this number. Total cash is $474 million as of December 31st last year. They will be reporting earnings sometime next week, and anything above $474 million would mean that we will be getting $2 per share in dividend payout. Now that is worth holding, buying, and just accumulating as many shares as possible. Super bullish for Sblk. I'm going to run through this as quick as possible, as I always do, to give you guys a great understanding of what Sblk is all about. This presentation was last week, and I believe that nothing will change between now and when they will be releasing earnings next week. If anything, I expect earnings to be a lot better. However, earnings have been unpredictable, to say the least. Back to Sblk. They are the largest dry bulk fleet between US and European companies. This is a big feat for any company coming out of Greece. They have 128 vessels, as I said earlier. 94% of the vessels are fitted with scrubbers, providing significant leverage to fuel price spreads. These are operating at high efficiencies, as I would be showing you going forward. What I really like are the things that I'm going to highlight. You can always hit me up by joining the Discord to get more information on how we're playing this company, all of my due diligence, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet for today. Sblk's operating expenses are well below their peers, sitting at $4,288 per vessel per day. You can see that that is well below everything else in the industry. They also have the highest right ship ranking amongst their peers. These are significant numbers for a company that is holding a lot of cash and reducing their cost dramatically. That's the biggest thing for me, is their net debt has continued to decrease since December 2019 by a whopping 35%, while their cash and liquidity is up 277%. Bullish numbers all around, and I am looking for them to beat this number, especially for the dividend side. They paid out $2.25 per share in dividend over the past 12 months. This is one of the highest dividend paying stocks in the market as is. A lot of people were I would say they were unbelievers to the sustainability of such a high dividend, but the demand in these commodities that Sblk is shipping out, the demand that has been caused by the supply chain issues has been the highest in the last decade. It should continue over the next year and a half. Probably around 2023, you should see this falling off. At that point, I'll be reducing my shares and moving on to the next best thing. But for now, I am super bullish on Sblk because they are running like a well-oiled machine and taking advantage of the current scenario. Here we go. This is how you calculate the dividend. They have 371 million as of the last earnings report, and they had 1.9 million cash balance per vessel. The dividend is going to be moving to the 2.1 million for Q4 of 2021. And so remember the number 474 million. So you do 2.10 multiplied by the number of vessels. You subtract that number from 474 million, and you divide that by the number of shares available. If you do your math right, you'd be sitting at a whopping $2 per share in dividend payout. This will be released on the next earnings report. It's subject to change, but just using these numbers that were released last week, you can see that Sblk is going to blow up. I would like to show you guys one more thing. We'll jump into a little bit of the news, and then I'll go through my financials and technical analysis. All of this information, like I said, if you want to deeper dive into this, you can join us on the Discord by hitting the Patreon link at the end of the video. We are an amazing group of people. It's a family. We trade every day. We have analysts and people who just love to research. Now, what I think is bullish is Sblk is focused on iron ore and coal, and you can see that the demand for iron ore and coal has continued to rise. Iron ore had dropped when China's infrastructure industry had hit the stalemate, but that demand has continued to rise. Coal has continued to rise. Pretty much everything that Sblk is shipping out is in high demand right now. And they have a good order book. They have good operating expenses. The company is operating like a well-oiled machine. And that's really it for this particular presentation. When the earnings report comes out next week, we'll really see if anything has changed. I expect nothing but positive results. I'm going to go through a couple of articles here to give you guys a breakdown of Sblk. Sblk has continued to beat the market, considering that we're currently in correction territory and everything is pretty much down. Having a stock that continues to push 20 and 30, I'm up 40% in my portfolio at this time, is super bullish and continues to give me the conviction to hold the stock into earnings next week. Sblk is, in my opinion, financially stable. I will be going through everything that I like about this company using Google Finance as always to give you guys a rough look. You look at the year range, you're looking at $12 to 27.75. Currently sitting at $26, so you're close to the 52-week high. However, you will not find any company, you will find, but in my opinion, any company this stable paying out a dividend almost at 20%. Mind-blowing stuff. The PE ratio is quite high. However, the financials will be justifying this moving forward. You're now looking at positive net income because they have a healthy profit margin, and you're sitting on 474 million cash at hand, and the business is booming on every sector. You'll be seeing that income continue to increase as revenue increases, and the company is going to be pushing for new heights, taking the trend all the way to the top. As the company continues to rise, our stock price is going to rise with it. I will be showing you Sblk price targets. Again, Sblk is currently sitting at $26. minimum price target of $30, a high price target of $40. I like an EPS of 2.12. Strong buy rating from most analysts. This is super bullish. And now we can jump into the technicals to see how this thing is trading. Sblk, again, I and all of my people in the team got in at $18. We continue to rinse and repeat on this particular play. You get in at $18, you check out at $24. You get in at $18, you check out at $24. Again at $18, but this time the momentum has blown past the $24 resistance, and we're looking to see this fall back and turn $24 to ice. Once that happens, we would be looking to hit new highs. The pullback should begin Monday, and all the bulls will be looking to find support right here at the $24 range. When resistance turns into support, that is an ice line. If that ice is solid and it holds, you will see Sblk trade from $24 to new highs $30, especially if the earnings beats next week. This is my complete analysis on Sblk. I hope this was helpful. Kindly like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos as I break down all these companies, and hopefully you get the conviction to buy, the conviction to sell, or the conviction to hold. I will like to say that if you are currently in the profit team holding Sblk, you can set a trading stop loss at this point if you're short, so that it can kick you out at 25, 24, take your money and move. Nobody ever got hurt from taking profit. But if you're long like me, I would hold this bad boy, take my dividends at the end of the quarter, $2 per share. If you're sitting on 100 shares or more, that's easy $200 that you can reinvest in anything that you want and still ride this with an uptrend to $40. Towards the end of the year, you would see the supply chain issues being resolved. At least this is what most people are hoping for. If that plays out, Sblk will be less desirable at that point. Maybe we revisit the video again, but you can always look at the video that I did last week on AMD. It would be linked to this video. We got in, did our thing, took our money. Some of us are still holding, but we release these type of videos every week. So if you like the content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.